Hey there, welcome back. Today, I'd like to share with you 3 simple breathing exercises that you can use to help calm down your nervous system and help you relax when you're feeling stressed. And you all know that I love to share ideas and exercises for calming ourselves down, for getting grounded and coming back to a more centered place when we're feeling scattered or upset or worried. And I have a few different videos I've done on this kind of topic, so I will link to those below. And I really want to make this a more regular feature of content on my channel because I think it's just so important for all of us to have some tools that we can use, that we can go to when we're needing some comfort, when we're needing some release and relief and some physical calming for ourselves, for our bodies as well as our minds. And I just really like to share this sort of thing with you. So today we're going to focus on a tool, on a practice that we always have with us, something that we don't need any other stuff or equipment or anything to do, and that is our breath. So when it comes to breathing exercises, I always want to say up front that the most important thing is to listen to your body and pay attention to your personal breath and what's going on with you. When someone is leading breathing exercises, that is just a guide, and it's always important for you to listen and respond to your own body's needs and your own breathing patterns. So if you're ever trying a breathing exercise and it starts to feel stressful, or you feel like you can't get your breath, or you're gasping, or it just doesn't feel right in your body, please stop. You can always stop and just go back to regular breathing and then come back and try the exercise again if you would like to at a later time. And it is just really hard for most of us to breathe deeply. Most of us are used to breathing pretty shallowly, and we're rushing around a lot, and sometimes we can find ourselves sort of gasping for breath, and it's not a natural tendency for us to breathe deeply down into our bodies and down into our bellies. And so that really does take some practice. So I just don't want you to get frustrated if you try some of these exercises and at first maybe they feel a little bit odd and unnatural, and you might think, okay, well, breath work isn't for me. I can't do breathing exercises. It just doesn't work for me. It may be that you just need to take it slow and take a little bit of time and be patient with yourself. So for the kind of breath work that I practice, that is always the number one priority, is being soft and gentle with your body, because that's the whole point, is to soften things so that we can expand and we can bring more air, more breath, more life-giving oxygen into our bodies. And that is just a natural way to calm down and to give our bodies a little more resource, just from the very air that we breathe. So that's my little intro that I always like to give, just reminding you to be really kind to yourself, and that any kind of breathing exercises you try should always feel good. So if they're not feeling good, it's okay to step away, and maybe there'll be another time when it feels more right for you. So number one, the first thing that we're going to try is just thinking about getting the breath down deeper into the body, down into the belly. And like I said, oftentimes we're breathing pretty shallowly. Sometimes our breath is just getting only into our nostrils and maybe down into our chest a little bit. But oftentimes it's hard to get it all the way down into the torso and into the belly. So belly breathing is the first thing that we will work on. And I will say that when I first started to try doing belly breathing a few years ago, it was very hard for me. My body was like, nope, we're not doing it. The breath is not going all the way down there. It would stop about here. And it was really difficult for me to get the breath down into my belly. So again, we'll just be very gentle with this and just experiment. Just see how it feels. Just the act right now of you taking some time to notice and experiment and be curious about your breath is a huge, huge step towards building relaxation and building this sense of ease in the body. So you can't do this wrong. The fact that you're giving it a go is enough and is wonderful. So let's just see what happens. So if you'd like, as I'm continuing to talk here and give a little bit of instruction, you can just take one of your hands and place it on your belly if you'd like, and just start to notice as you're breathing what's going on down in your belly area. Is your belly moving at all as you breathe? Does your belly feel hard and stiff and tight? Is there any softness there? Does your belly maybe feel churny, or maybe there are butterflies in your stomach if you're feeling nervous, or maybe you even feel kind of a pulsing there if you're feeling stressed. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I feel like I can feel my heart beating down in my belly. So just take a moment to notice. How is your belly feeling as you breathe? Just very natural here to begin with. We're not forcing anything. And just noticing that maybe as you inhale, maybe the belly expands just a little bit and you can feel your hand move out. And then as you exhale, maybe the belly contracts a little bit and you can feel your hand move back, feeling your belly button move back towards your spine a little bit. And if you don't really feel any motion or any sensation there, that is okay. Again, we're just being curious about it. And so as you continue to just give your belly some gentle touch there, maybe even gently rub your belly a little bit, give it a little pat, say, hey belly, how you doing? Notice that it's there. And as you're continuing to notice, I just want you to start to think a little bit about the idea of a 3-part breath. So when we breathe in through our nostrils, through our nose, right? We feel the air come in through our nose, and then the air goes down the throat and into our chest. So we feel the breath in the chest. And then as we work to expand our breathing, maybe the breath goes all the way down into the belly, and the belly expands with the breath. And then as we exhale, the belly contracts, and the air comes back up through the chest, through the nose, out through the nostrils, and we exhale. So as we're breathing, we might think about those 3 parts. Breathing in through the nose, the chest, and into the belly. And then as we exhale, the breath goes out of the belly, up through the chest, and out through the nose. So that's the first exercise that I'd like us to try together is a 3-part breath. And so the 3 parts are the nose, the chest, and the belly. And then as we exhale, the belly, the chest, and the nose. And so as you're breathing, again very gently, you can just begin to think about that pattern. As you inhale, the breath comes in through the nose, travels down through the chest, down to the belly, belly expands, and then as you exhale, the belly contracts, the air comes back up through the chest, and back out through the nose. And so I'm going to lead you now in a little 3-part breath. We'll try it 3 times. And I've also learned that as I'm leading breathing exercises, it can be a little tricky for me to be breathing and to be speaking and leading you at the same time. So first, I'm just going to show you myself with 1 breath, kind of what this looks like for me when I do a belly breath, and then I will walk you through so that you can try doing those 3 parts. Okay? Does that sound good? So we've got 1 hand on the belly, if you'd like, if that's helpful. You might also try putting your other hand on your chest. So then you've got a sense of that part of the 3-part breath as well. And you can kind of feel the breath as it travels down. So here's what it looks like for me when I breathe in through my nose, down into the chest, and then down into the belly, and then exhale. So that's just 1 simple breath with those 3 parts. And so now if you'd like to try it, if you're game, I will lead you through. And again, we're just going to think about the nose, the chest, and the belly. And if you really feel like your breath does not want to travel down any lower than your nose and your nostrils, that is okay. You can just envision it a little bit. You can imagine it. You can send the energy of your breath down into your belly, and that will help over time for you to be able to open up and expand a little bit more. Okay, so we'll try it 3 times. So just take a nice exhale, and then we'll inhale through the nose, down into the chest, down into the belly, expanding, and then releasing, exhaling through the belly, the chest, and the nose. Beautiful. Inhale into the nose, the chest, and the belly. Exhale, belly, chest, nose. 1 more time. Inhaling into the nose, the chest, expanding the belly, and exhaling belly, chest, out through the nose. Beautiful. Good job. Okay, so just take a few natural breaths now. If you feel like you need to catch your breath a little bit, that is okay. And so that's just something really simple that you can work with. Just because it's simple doesn't mean that it's easy to do. But if you're feeling stressed and you're feeling like you can't get your breath, you can think about those 3 parts of your breath. Feeling the air come in through your nostrils, feeling your chest expand, feeling your belly expand, maybe holding the belly full of air for a moment, and then releasing from the belly up through the chest and through the nose. So let's try it 1 more time, just in case you would like to give it another try. And of course, you can do this anytime on your own. And if the pace that I'm going is not right for you, you can just do it at the pace that feels right for your body. Let's try it one more time, okay? We'll inhale through the nose, chest, and belly expanding out, and releasing the belly up through the chest, out through the nose. Inhaling into the nose, the chest, and the belly expands. Exhaling from the belly, up through the chest, and out through the nose. One more time, nose, chest, belly, belly, chest, nose. Beautiful. Good job. I am super proud of you for giving that a try. So that's our first breathing exercise, the 3-part breath, which you can try. Just taking one breath in that way sometimes can really be helpful to calm your nervous system. Like I said, get a little extra oxygen into your body so you can think a little more clearly and have a little more energy. And it can feel really nice. So if you'd like, you can keep your hands on your chest and your belly, or if they're getting tired, you can bring them down. The second exercise, our second exercise, is going to kind of build on that foundation. So just thinking about breathing down into the belly as deeply as you can, as much as is possible for you. And with this exercise, we're going to assign some colors to our breath. So as we're inhaling, I'll just explain it a little bit first and then we can try it. As we're inhaling, I want you to think about a color that you find very beautiful and inspiring. And this color, the colors that you choose might change every time you do this exercise. So don't think too much about it. Whatever comes to you. As you're breathing in a beautiful color that represents peace and hope and calm. Whatever color you would like to flood your body with that would make you feel more relaxed and less stressed out. So whatever that color might be for you, and whatever comes to you first is perfect. So you'll breathe in that beautiful, relaxing color. Feel that color coming in through your nostrils, down through your chest, and into your belly, filling you up. And then as you exhale, we'll think about a different color. And this is a color that we'll use to represent all the things that you want to exhale out of your body, the things that you do not want in your body anymore, the worries and the fears and the anxieties. What color could you choose to represent the kind of yucky feelings that you want to release? So that might be red for anger, or it might be a deep murky color for kind of the yucky feelings. It could be anything. I don't like to suggest too much because I like to see what comes up for you personally. So as you exhale, you can imagine that color that represents the things you want to release coming out of your body. You can imagine that color coming up and out through your chest. You're exhaling it out through your nose, and it's going out into the world where it will dissipate and it will go back down into the earth and be absorbed and recycled into something positive, and it's not in your body anymore. You don't have to think about it. So we can use this cycle using a visualization of color to imagine ourselves bringing in a color of peace and light and joy and happiness, and breathing out a color of fear and anxiety and doubt and loneliness and all the things that we want to release. So just again, you don't have to think about this too hard. Whatever colors first come to your mind. And then we'll take a few breaths together in this way. And you don't have to think, about the 3-part breath right now. You can, if that's helpful to you. You can just breathe in whatever way is natural. But again, breathing as deeply as you can, as much as is possible for you right now, filling up and then releasing, thinking about those 2 colors that you chose and sort of the interchange between them. So as you do this, it's like you're freshening your energy. You're exchanging that yucky, bad energy that's in your body that you don't want. You're exchanging that for new, fresh, beautiful, colorful energy that you do want in your body. So let's try it. Let's just see what happens. You can close your eyes if you want to. That might help with the visualization, or you can keep them open. And just breathe a little bit normally here for a second so you're ready to go. And then when you're ready, you can inhale. Inhaling a color of peace and hope and joy and happiness. And then exhaling out that fear and doubt and worry and stress. Inhaling in a color of joy and hope and happiness and peace, and exhaling out the worry and the stress and the bad feelings and the things you don't want anymore. And one more time, inhaling in the beauty and the joy and the peace of life, and exhaling out the unwanted things, the doubt, the loneliness, and the fear. Beautiful. Okay, now just breathe normally again for a little bit. That one can be a little intense as you are releasing some of those things that you don't want and you don't need. And if emotions come up while you're doing breath work, that is a good thing because it means that you are releasing things. So again, we just take our time with this. We go really slow and really gentle. And if things get intense for you or it gets to be too much, please take a break. But this is good. This is what we want to do. We want to stir things up a little bit because when we're stressed, we have a tendency to hold on, right? We have a tendency to grip onto things really tightly, and then those negative things get embedded inside us and they get stuck, and then it's hard to get rid of them and they follow us around. So if we can practice releasing out a little bit of what we don't want and bringing in a little bit of the things that we desire and the things that we want more of, that can really be helpful. So let's try that one more time. I like to try them each 2 times just to give you a chance to do so. And maybe your colors have changed now. Maybe you've thought about it a little more and the visualization has evolved for you. And if the colors don't work for you, if that isn't that helpful, you can always just imagine the breath itself, the crystal clear breath coming into you, and then maybe a murkier, cloudier breath releasing from you. Again, this is your practice, your visualization, so whatever comes to you and whatever works for you is perfect and right and good. You're doing it perfectly. Okay, so just relaxing the breath, and when you're ready, we'll try again 3 times. Inhaling in, breathing in light and hope and goodness and joy, and breathing out the stress, the worry, the fear, and the sadness. Breathing in compassion, kindness, and softness. breathing out the rigidity and the loneliness and the doubt. Beautiful. Breathing in peace and harmony and hope, and releasing out the negativity and the fear and the things you do not want anymore. Just let them go. Beautiful. Good job. I am super proud of you. These practices, they are very powerful. And so sometimes they can be intense. And even though they seem pretty simple, don't underestimate the difference that they can make in how you feel. So, okay, those have been our first 2 exercises. So maybe take a little break now. Wiggle out your shoulders, move your head, do a few little finger flutters to kind of give yourself a break from that. And so, again, we have the belly breathing through the nose, the chest, and into the belly, and then back out again. And then if you like, you can assign a color or a visualization to that breath to bring in the positive energies that you want more of, and to help you release the things that you would like to have less of, the things that you would like to get out of your body and of your mind. Okay, so for our third breathing exercise, we're going to try something that is a little tiny bit more advanced. So again, just take your time with this, see what you think. We're going to add some counting to the breath. And again, whenever you do a breathing exercise that has a counting to it or a rhythm, just be very gentle with yourself and don't try to be too rigid. If you are not able to go along with the pattern that I establish, that is totally fine. This is just an idea for you to work with. And so this third exercise is called box breathing. And maybe you've heard of this. The idea with box breathing is to really even out our exhales and our inhales and the time that we hold our breath in between each of those, to even things out. Because often when we're stressed, our breath can be jerky and uneven and kind of raggedy. And if we can smooth that out, if we can even out the rhythm of the breath, that can do a lot to calm us down, again, to allow more oxygen into the body and to help us feel a little bit more in control of our emotions and feel a little more stable with what's going on. So for box breathing, you can visualize a box like a square with 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'll just explain this a little bit. So right now you can just breathe naturally and normally as I'm speaking and telling you about this. So what we'll do is assign 4 counts to each side of this box. And each side of this box will be a part of our breath. So we'll inhale for 4 counts. We'll hold the breath full for 4 counts. We'll exhale for 4 counts. And then hold empty for 4 counts. And that makes our square. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And again, this can seem a little complicated at the beginning, so just try it out, see how it feels for you. I'll show you one more time and then we'll try it to make this box in your mind. And you might even imagine, a little colorful line going around the edges of the box to create that shape for you. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold empty, 2, 3, 4. And once you get onto this, it can just be a wonderfully soothing tool that you can use for your body just to help you calm down. So let's try it. Again, we want to be very gentle with ourselves, but I'm going to lead you through 3 rounds of the box breathing. You can close your eyes if you'd like and just follow my voice to help you count, or if you'd like to follow this little box that I'm just spontaneously deciding to make with my finger here, maybe that will be helpful to you. So maybe just shake it out a little bit. Relax yourself. Don't think too hard about this. It isn't a test. It isn't a breathing quiz. It's just something that we're trying. And when you're ready, we'll begin. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold empty. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now just soften your breath. Even things out that might have made you feel a little bit odd in your breathing, so just let things be soft. It is a very new thing for many of us to try to control our breathing a little bit and add some structure to it. So again, we want to be very, very, very soft, very soft. And your count, the 4 count might be too long. You might want to just try a 3 count, or maybe your 4 count needs to be longer or shorter than mine. Again, I just really want to emphasize that these are all just formulas and templates and things that you can use to develop your own personal breathing practice. And again, if it ever feels uncomfortable, if you're like, this actually makes me nervous, this makes me feel more stressed out, or like I'm hyperventilating or anything like that, then just stop and just go back to paying attention to what your breath is naturally doing and just breathing in and breathing out. And breathing out through your mouth can be helpful when you need to calm down quickly. When we're doing these breathing exercises, we usually breathe in and out through the nose, but if you really need a quick fix of relief, sighing it out can be really, really nice. So, okay, because we did the other 2 3 times, I guess I'll try this one more time for you. Maybe I'll do the box in the opposite direction this time, in case that's more helpful to anyone, in case that taps into a different side of your brain. So if you would like to try this with me one more time, let's just loosen up and prepare to breathe. And when you're ready, we'll begin. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, hold empty, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now just let all that go. Let it go, 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 let it go. And let's just take a nice, deep, natural breath in and sigh it out. Wow, I am super, super proud of you. Those were 3 breathing exercises that you can use, that you can try and experiment with anytime you'd like. I'm really, really proud of you for giving it a try. And these are ones that you can, you can come back to this video and listen to me guide you through them again, or you can try them on your own. They can be really nice to do first thing in the morning, or they can be nice to do before you go to bed at night to help you wind down, or really just any time during the day when you need a break. If you're working and you're finding that, you're just feeling kind of tired and stressed and your brain's getting a little bit fuzzy, sometimes just taking a couple of minutes to take some nice mindful breaths like that can really sharpen you up. It can bring some oxygen back into your brain so it can energize you a bit if that's what you're looking for. And it can also calm you down if that's what you need. I mean, really, the whole point of this is, again, to soften your body and to get more oxygen into your brain and to help your physical body release so that you can relax and feel grounded and feel better. Well, this was super fun for me to get to guide you. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so it feels really nice to share these things with you. And I know quite a few breathing exercises, so I plan to do a part 2 and probably an ongoing series of these, as well as other ways to help calm your nervous system, because again, I think it's so important for us all to have a whole toolbox of things that we can draw on when we're feeling stressed or when we need help, when we just need help to calm down, that we have this inner resource, that we have some things, some skills, some ideas that we can draw on to help ourselves feel better when we need it. So thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for being brave and intrepid and trying out these breathing exercises. I hope that you will really just continue to be kind and soft with yourself. Give yourself the care that you deserve. And remember how important and how valuable you are. How important it is to take this time for yourself, to take the time to do these sorts of practices. It doesn't take a lot of time, just a little bit of time focused on you and your wellness can make such a difference. So take good care of yourself, rest well, and I'll see you again soon.